Previously on All My Children.
I would love to go to Brazil with you.
I thought I might be able to persuade you.
You don't think I should have this job?
I just want you to be aware of the toll that this is going to take on you. Please talk to Tad.
Is Dr. Fashionella ready to operate now?
The operation's over. You're back in your room.
All right, now you sure you're okay that the director and the cameraman showed you everything? Because it's not like operating a handheld.
Dad, I've been practicing. It's cool.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, because we don't let just anybody commandeer camera number 6. But Greg's the best in the business. He says you're good, so cheers.
I appreciate the chance. And it's great experience for film school and my documentary. I'd like to run some ideas by you later if you got the time.
We will, I promise. But right now, let's just concentrate on getting today's segment taped. Speaking of which, what's the holdup? Isn't everybody here?
We're still waiting for one of the guests. The guys are all here. We put them through hair and makeup. It was a tough time getting a bunch of teenage guys to sit through a face of powder, I'll tell you.
Yeah, amazed it sits still at all. Think about it. Most of these guys, not too long ago, were chasing after a girl or a ball on some court. Now they're chasing after a kid. I'm not surprised one of them's late.
The guys are all here. It's your brother who's late.
Well. How nice of you to show up. We were going to send up a flare. Either that or start taping, whichever
I got
came
here
first.
as soon as I could.
You were supposed to be here an hour ago. It's when the guys you invited showed up. Some mentoring, Jake.
Aside from teaching these guys how to burp, bathe, and diaper their new babies, I do have people that come into the hospital that need my help, most of them bleeding.
Hey, there's no reason to wave the MD flag, all right? I totally appreciate and respect your professional responsibilities. I just would appreciate it if you'd respect mine.
I understand if you're upset. I know you've got some difficult choices ahead of you.
What are you talking about?
What a surprise. I didn't expect to see you, gal. Come on in.
Oh, well, I heard about your day of beauty yesterday. I wanted to see what I missed.
Oh.
Looks a little more peaceful today.
Well, so far, yeah. Hey, what's this?
Well, I made oatmeal cookies this morning. I thought Petey might like some.
Oh, you. Well, he's in the kitchen finishing his breakfast, and I think you know the way.
Okay,
You want to take them to him.
I'll give it to him.
Oh, that girl is just a gem, isn't she?
Yeah, she's great. She's so great with the kids.
Isn't she, though?
So listen, Ara, if you're not busy today, do you think you could work a little magic on me?
As if you need my hocus pocus.
Sure. Maybe. I think you could use a little pampering, you know?
You could?
Yeah.
Why, you got something special happening?
Oh, I'm just, meeting for lunch with Tad. I'd like to look fabulous.
All right, you newlyweds, step into my parlor, okay?
Wow.
Well, it's good you came this morning because this afternoon I'm booked solid.
Holy smokes, I had no idea that Glamorama was officially open already.
Well, it's not officially open yet, oh no, but it's already coming in real handy. In fact, I think the Glamorama is going to help me get Palmer out of my hair once and for all.
Huh.
The pilot says we've been cleared for takeoff, Mr.
Thank
Portland.
you. Is everything on board as I requested?
Yes, sir.
Good. We'll start with champagne.
All right.
Oh, sorry. I hope I'm not late.
No, not at all, my dear, not at all. Carl, would you tell the pilot we can take off immediately? Well.
Oh, my goodness, Palmer. This is so sophisticated and understated. I can't tell you how many CEOs I know, and no name shall be mentioned, please, have done the most insidious thing to the interior of their jets. I mean, they just scream. They howl, nouveau riche.
Well, I try. Here, I'll take this one. There we go. There. Okay. All right.
Oh! What? Well,
It's me. It's me. It's me.
Erica, it's all right. It's all right.
David.
That's right. I'm right here.
Chloe's in search of a groom.
If you're not happily married within a month, you're gonna lose your company?
Who will do the honors?
I'll marry her. I'll come up with a perfect husband.
Jax.
Me. That's really scary.
Will the groom please stand?
My answer is...
Find out on General Hospital, your great summer escape.
Difficult choices? What difficult choices?
So
what is your malfunction this morning?
I was telling maybe you might be nervous about the taping today, you know?
I do this for a living.
I know. But yeah, you know, you never interview me, on the show. I've never done this. You probably have some hard questions. It might make you uncomfortable. I mean,
Oh, yeah. Like his toilet training, emotionally scarring. What is your problem? You are acting so weird.
Maybe I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah, obviously. Why don't you do me a favor and take some deep breaths? You're starting to freak me out.
Bob's ready to roll.
Good. Okay, come on, let's do it. Bobby, you good makeup? What? You good makeup? Sit over there. Over there. Jake, go to the end. Eli, make it so. You guys relax. Good time? You ready?
Okay, everybody, we're at places. Places, please. Stand by. In 5, 4, 3.
Good afternoon and welcome to The Cutting Edge. I'm your host, Tad Martin. Joining me today are a group of young men who share a common interest with other average teenage guys. They're into sports, cars, videos, music, and girls. But these guys aren't average. They're also into child development, nutrition, vaccinations, and diapering. Because these guys are fathers, teenage dads. On my far left is Mr. Wesley Williams, founder of Pine Valley's Father to Father program, a mentoring service that works with young men ages 14 to 21. To his left is Dr. Jake Martin from the Pine Valley Hospital, who also works with the program. Gentlemen, good afternoon. Mr. Williams, let's start with you today. What inspired you to create Father to Father?
The kids. They deserve better. And I'm not just talking about the babies here, although they deserve everything, our absolute best. But the fathers, they're kids themselves. I mean, what do these guys know about being a man, being a father? Most of them grew up without a man in their lives. No father, no positive male role models.
Enter Dr. Martin.
No, Dr. Dad.
Thank you for qualifying that. As Wesley says, I am a doctor, but also a father, a new father. So when I tell these guys about childcare, anything from diapers to vaccines, I'm going through the same exact thing.
And that's what's so key here. It's not just technique. It's what it means to be a father.
Yes, exactly. Which is why it's also important that we just make an effort. And it's a lot of hard work to be a father. And nobody's going to tell you that it's easy.
Can anybody tell me why it's worth it?
Rafi, you start. Tell him about your son, what you're telling me.
He's my heart, you know? I'm always gonna be there for him. Treat him with respect. Because I know what it's like. My father, he was a hostile person. We got hit. A lot. You know, that kind of stuff's gotta stop. I mean, I'm never gonna be abusive to my shorty.
That's right, man. I'm sorry, Rafi. Being abused is no way for a kid to grow up.
Yeah, you've got to break the cycle. I mean, that's what we're trying to do. Show these kids a new way.
Well, normally, I don't talk about myself on the program. I don't intend to start now, but I would like to say for the record that the man that raised me changed my life. I was adopted out of a bad situation. I consider myself very lucky to have had somebody growing up who could show me patience and kindness and teach me how to listen.
You got kids?
Yeah, I do. I have one. No, actually wrong. I have two. One of them is a stepson. And I consider myself to be very blessed. You know, my kids are the best part of my life.
You gonna have more?
You want his job?
No. No, it's a fair question. I'll answer it. Yeah, I'd love to have more. You know, if life were fair, I'd have an entire team.
My daughter, she's 2. She's got little hands. I let her put my shaving cream on for me. I mean, the place is trash, but it's worth it, you know. She's hilarious.
And it's fun. You know, you have help. You don't do it by yourself. You know, I'm with Sharice 24/7.
What about the baby's mother?
Long story short, she wouldn't listen. The doctor told her not to have a baby. Big medical thing. The girl wouldn't listen. She died. Now it's me and Sharice.
Well, here you go. Just slip this on.
Thank you. Well, Opal, this place has certainly been transformed. Oh, thank you. From the old, stuffy Cortland library.
Well, you know, stuffy old people live in stuffy old places.
This is very true.
I left the rest of the cookies in the kitchen.
Oh.
Since you're gonna be here a while, do you think maybe I could go to WRCW? Scott wants to show me where he works.
Oh, sure. Go ahead. Enjoy yourself.
Before you head out, though, did you have a chance to give any more thought to my employment offer? You know, I really need somebody to help me out with Petey and to pitch in here at the Glamorama.
Well, Miss Cortland, I'm so flattered, but I really just need a little bit more time to think about it.
Well, you just take all the time you need. So long as you tell me quick and the answer's yes.
Well, you got it.
I got a new shampoo. I want to try it out on you. I'll go get the chair ready. You grab a magazine. I'll be back in a jiff, okay?
Okay,
And thanks again for the cookies.
No problem. Bye.
Well, it looks like you're going to be sticking around Pine Valley for a while, huh?
Gosh, it's sure starting to look that way. I'm gonna go now, though.
Okay.
Okay? Have fun.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Dixie, are you all right?
Oh, yeah. It's just what you get for eating cookies for breakfast.
Well, maybe you should drink some peppermint tea. You're not looking so good.
That's a great idea. You know what? I'm going to make some right now. Thank you.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go now.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right, sweetie. You gotta work with me here.
Mommy needs you to help her be the poster girl for good health.
We talk to Daddy later.
Okay.
So, did you find something to read?
Oh, no. You know, I'm not going to read a magazine. I want to hear all about how you are going to oust Palmer.
I hadn't slept like that in months. I think the only reason I woke up is that I reached over for you and you were gone. Hello? There's a woman in the room with a very little robe on talking to you. Adrian, you used to notice things like that.
Yeah, I notice it now. Look, I gotta go on for a run.
Man, a girl could get real insecure around here this morning.
Look, baby, you got nothing to be insecure about, okay? Just got a lot on my mind. That's why I need to go take a run, so I can clear my head up. All right?
Honey, what's got you so preoccupied this morning? Of course. Cortland Electronics, the takeover.
Yeah, well, it's down to the wire now. That board is pretty close. You know, I just wish I was more sure about the one person that could tip the scales in either direction.
Who was that?
Erica King.
All night I kept having these dreams. I dreamt that the bandages were off and all of my friends just looked at me in horror and disgust. Then I dreamt that the bandages were off and I had no facial features at all. I was a blank and then I was walking through town and nobody recognized me and I kept saying it's me, it's me.
Okay, it was a dream. It was a dream.
And what if it's more than that? What if it's real?
No. I spoke with Fashionella, and he's very encouraged. Now, he's going to be by in a little while to remove the bandages, and we'll see for ourselves.
I've been so looking forward to this day for such a long time, and now that it's here, I'm dreading it.
You're going to be fine, no matter what happens. Now, just try and relax, okay?
Certainly smells just gorgeous. And oh, they are beautiful. Did you?
I got them from the outdoor market. When I saw them, I thought of you.
Really? Well, the perfume is just intoxicating.
Supposedly, what we're smelling is just a mere shadow of their scent before they're cut. The woman at the market told me that they're even more intense in their natural surroundings.
Well, they must be very rare.
A rare flower for an even rarer woman.
Well, here we are, a little champagne that ought to steady your nerves.
Thank you. I'm so embarrassed. I squeeze your hand, squeeze the life out of it.
Not to worry, there's plenty of life left.
Well, you know something? I always have this thing about takeoffs. Well, landings, too, for that matter. I'm fine once you get me up in the air. But the ups and the downs...
Really? Really? You didn't strike me as the skittish type.
Well, I have my moments, although I'm no shrinking violet.
Yes, well, that's my point exactly. To a breed apart?
I'll drink to that. You know, Palmer, I am so comfortable with you. Really, how is it that sometimes a relative stranger can seem to understand you far better than your own flesh and blood? I mean, David has disappointed me more times than I care to count. And that even some of my dear friends lately have let me down. I mean, where are they? I mean, I stand there with them when I need them most. Where are they?
Well, I must say I've come to realize that ingratitude is just something we have to expect from our children as far as friendship. Well, I think it's only as good as the favors, we can do at the moment.
I am afraid you're absolutely right.
Which makes me wonder exactly what you think you can accomplish with Erica. I mean, if you are estranged, as you say you are, how do you think you can help me?
I smell another very heavenly scent. Is that cafe au lait?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
I got it from the little cafe across the street. I thought it would be a nice change from the hospital coffee.
Oh, thank you.
Has Fashionella stopped by yet?
No, not yet. This is very impressive takeout china for that little cafe.
Yeah, well, I told them that I would return the cup and saucer later.
Thank you, David. You continue to go out of your way for me.
I haven't done nearly enough, Erica.
Of course you have. A world-renowned cardiologist can't just hop off to Brazil on a whim. I'm sure that it took a great deal of effort on your part to clear your schedule so you could come and stay with me during this. And you have. You've been with me every step of the way. I do appreciate it. In fact, I probably wouldn't even be here, if it weren't for you, if you hadn't told me about Dr. Fashionella.
Well, you are right about one thing. You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for me. You know how bad I feel, Erica, that you got hurt.
Oh, no. Let's not even cover that ground anymore. There is another matter that's outstanding, though. You asked me once if I trusted you. Well, the answer, David, is yes. I mean, as ironic as that seems, I trust you.
Thank you, Erica. maybe this will be possible then.
What will?
You know the intense, heady fragrance that those orchids give off before they're cut. How would you like to experience that firsthand? When those bandages come off, why don't we go to the rainforest and see them in their natural habitat?
The rainforest? How?
I can arrange for a guide. We can go for a day trip, or we can even stay for a few extra days to explore. Whatever you like. Me, I would love the opportunity to stay in paradise for a few extra days.
Well, I've never been to the rainforest. Don't they have mosquitoes there as big as eagles and killer bees?
No, myths. All of them. Probably designed by some seaside tourist resort hotel. So what do you say? How would you like to treat yourself to some rare birds, exotic flowers, and the harmonious music of the Brazilian rainforest? How many chances will you have to do that?
So it didn't work out between you and the baby's mother?
No. But, you know, we're cool now. We share custody. We know we got to do what's right for the baby.
Well, that's what this program is all about. I'd like to thank today's guests, Wesley Williams, Dr. Jake Martin, as well as Luther, Rafi, and Julio for sharing your stories with us. You guys are a true inspiration. That's all the time we have for today. Until next time, thanks for tuning in.
And we're out. That's a wrap.
Hey, that was really smooth.
Yeah, did you see all of it?
I saw most of it.
Yeah?
It was good.
It is. It's sure not the little handy thing I know.
How'd it look?
You tell me.
I will.
Hey, excuse me a minute, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Tad.
Yeah?
Can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
I don't want to alarm you or anything, but is Dixie all right?
As far as I know, why?
I've just noticed that she's been getting really tired lately. When I ask her about it, she gives me some excuse. Well, I just left her at Mrs. Cortland's house looking pea green. But when I asked her about it again, she gave me another excuse. I don't think everything's all right, though.
Did she say anything about her heart or about feeling dizzy?
No, nothing at all. But I can tell something's wrong.
Well, thanks for mentioning it, Becca. I'm going to get to the bottom of this right now.
No problem.
Hey, Ted, Bob wants to do the follow-up with you right away.
In a minute. Eli, do me a favor. Keep your eyes peeled for Dixie. She's going to meet me for lunch, okay? Sure.
Ted, you got a minute to hear some ideas about my documentary?
No, I'm sorry, Scott. We got to do it later, okay?
I need to talk to you. One second. It's called reflux. It's a very common problem. Just make sure when you're feeding her that she's upright. And afterwards...
So, what'd you think?
Oh, it's pretty exciting. I mean, I've never been in a television set before.
I think you might like production. My Uncle Adam's gonna fund the documentary. Chandler Enterprises is backing the whole thing. He thinks it may be commercially viable.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. And the best part is, I can hire you. I'm gonna have enough money for an entire production crew.
You know, you're already my second job offer here in Pine Valley.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the other one? A company?
No, Mrs. Cortland wants me to be her part-time personal assistant. But she said she'd work around my schedule.
Well, okay. So you can still do this film with me.
I don't even know if I'm going to be in Pine Valley. I mean, I have friends, a family, and a job offer in Pigeon Hollow.
Well, you could go visit them on the weekends, on vacations, and they can come visit you. Just think about it. We could start right now. Hey, did you see this guy over here?
Yeah?
Let's go talk to him.
Okay, but go slow, Scott, okay?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You said that you and your ex-girlfriend shared joint custody with your child, right? But you're not still together.
Yeah. Why, you gonna have a baby?
No. I'm Scott Chilla. I'm doing a documentary about relationships and breakups. It's an indie, but they're already talking about commercial success. So, how'd you like to be a part of it? All you gotta do is tell your story on video.
Nah, it's all right, man. I don't think so.
Hey, you just missed Opal on the phone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is everything still on track?
I don't know. She wants us to hurry over to the house. She's got some sort of mysterious plan to win more votes on the board.
Well, it's at least worth taking a listen to.
Yeah.
Anything to take out that old man.
Take out the old man. Adrian, that sounds like you would be up on a rooftop somewhere with a high-powered rifle, you know? Is that I don't know, is that spy talk?
The way Palmer's been on the attack lately, yeah, I say he definitely qualifies as an enemy agent. Especially after he took out that full-page ad on me in the Wall Street Herald. The guy tried to paint me as a mercenary.
Yeah, I know. It's the second time that he's used the media to discredit you and Opal. But hey, at least we know how the man likes to fight, huh?
Yeah, well, his tactics are not complicated, but he's gone too far. This time it's personal. If he won't play nice, neither will I.
That sounds like it's much more than protecting Opal and Petey. Sounds more like it's out-and-out war.
It may be. Look, I'm gonna take my shower.
Well, Erica seemed to be so starved for the truth, I simply could not lie to her. And ever since then, those women have had it in for me.
Well, I can't say that I really think much of Erica's taste in friends.
They are quite a unique group. But I did feel honored to be counted among them. But I just don't understand why they feel so threatened by me.
Well, it's perfectly obvious you're a woman of refinement. How can they possibly compete with you?
Well, you're very sweet to say that, but maybe I'll just pray that she stops listening to those meddlesome women and realizes I've always had her best interests at heart.
Well, perhaps she realizes that already.
Well, maybe in time. Maybe she'll be able to change her attitude a bit and accept the fact. I mean, she has such a wonderful heart.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, Erica and I go back a long ways. I've helped her save Enchantment, well, more than once.
Well, then she certainly should understand how imperative it is for you to stay at the helm of your own ship. I mean, good heavens. You've made Cortland Enterprises a household name. You are Cortland Enterprises. I promise you, Palmer, I will do everything within my power to make her understand what the stakes are. And after all, how would she feel if someone were trying to take over Enchantment?
I'd love to just bottle this fragrance.
Well, then that's another reason for going. Consider it an exploratory business trip. That scent could be Enchantment's newest fragrance. Call it Exotica. And the rainforest could be your palette for your new lipsticks and things.
Oh, you're really something. I mean, first you planned my vacation, now you're planning my new product line. You are not using this as an excuse, are you? You're not trying to distract me from my face.
No, not at all. I think it would be fascinating. Doesn't the idea appeal to you at all?
Yes, there's a certain amount of appeal.
Good. Then let's do it. I think it would be a wonderful adventure. Are you still frightened?
Not of what's in the rainforest. You know something, if these bandages come off and I am not completely healed, I will have to go home right away. I'll have to go and see Bianca. I'll have to tell her about it in person. I would have to help her cope.
From what I remember, Bianca adores you. I think she's gonna cope just fine.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if her mother is scarred for life, I just shudder to think of the look on her face the first time she would see me.
Bianca's gonna see what I see. An exquisitely beautiful woman with a slight imperfection.
David, I hear you've been stealing from our local cafes. How are you today, Erica? Excited?
I'm not sure.
My nurse will be here shortly and we can begin. Oh, I got a package from Enchantment today. You have a top-notch R&D development department. All the products meet my clinical standards. Oh, Erica and I are developing a line of makeup for people who have undergone plastic surgery.
Are you?
Yes, we are. And we are all very, very pleased with the progress. As a matter of fact, I may use the rainforest as inspiration for it.
Oh, and you should be the spokesperson.
Well, thank you. We'll see.
Erica and I were discussing a trip to the rainforest in a day or so, if you think that she'd be up for the traveling.
Oh, I don't see why not. But you must come by for dinner before you leave town. Carmen would be very disappointed. She's especially anxious to meet you.
I would love to be able to spend an evening with you and your beautiful wife, but no unexpected dinner guest this time around.
My wife has been trying to fix up David for years. She doesn't understand that some men are destined to be alone.
Yes. Eduardo, please.
Me, I've been married for 15 years to the same woman. Single men are fools. Dating, you can keep it. Give me a companion, a lover for life. You, my friend, are a brilliant doctor, but you are a fool.
I don't deny either one, but you know I've always liked traveling light.
Traveling light. And I keep telling you, light and alone eventually becomes light and lonely.
Here you go.
Pouring, I keep sipping. I swear I will not land at the same time the plane does.
You better. I could extol your virtues all day long.
Oh, my, now. I am in trouble, aren't I? Just hand me a parachute. Oh, after all, I always seem to fall for handsome, powerful men, and ouch, do I have the scars that prove it. But there really is something different about you, Palmer. I don't know you. I let my guard down around you.
Yes, why is that?
I think it's because you show so much sensitivity and just passion. I mean, you're a man of your own convictions, and yet you uniquely have risen to the top.
Yeah, well, there's no denying that. Of course, we're going to need more than my convictions pretty soon because we're going to land in Rio in less than an hour. And then the limo driver will take us directly to the hospital. And from then on, it's up to us to convince Erica to show her vote in my direction.
Oh dear, I'm afraid she won't see me. I'm really... What if she doesn't? I don't want to do anything to jeopardize your position,
You couldn't
honestly.
possibly do anything wrong. Come on now.
No. What if she absolutely refuses, thinks that I'm intruding or something, you know? Oh, my dear, I should never have had this much champagne. My head is absolutely spinning. Not when I had to get my wits about it.
Now, it's all right. It's all right. Everything's going to be fine. I'll see to it. Everything is just going to be fine.
So, what's this plan you've got? I've got a few of my own I'm working on, so we should probably confer so we don't cross each other up.
Don't worry, honey. I'm leaving the big mastermind into you. But let's just say that I found a special way to make friends and influence board members.
Okay, meaning?
Meaning that I realized that the fastest way to a man's vote is through his wife.
All right, Opal, am I gonna have to break the code on these platitudes, or are you actually gonna tell me what you're up to?
You are a genius. Well, behind every great board member is a greater wife who is in need of a day of beauty.
I scared him, didn't I?
No. Yeah. Yeah, you did.
What'd I say?
Well, it wasn't really what you said. It was more your approach. Here, watch. Learn. Hi, my name's Becca. I know you don't know me, but I saw what you did, and I think it's really cool.
Thanks.
So how old is your little girl?
2.
Oh, whoa, she's getting on up there.
I know. It's crazy.
You know, little girls really need their daddies. I mean, I'm speaking from experience, and I just think that it's great that even though you couldn't be, like, with the mom and everything, but you fought for custody, you know? You really should think about doing my friend's documentary. I mean, you wouldn't have to go into anything too personal or anything like that, you know, just maybe touch on the breakup and how you guys fought for the child. I think it'd be a good thing for her to see one day.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah? So, do you think that Scott could contact you through father to father, maybe?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that'd be great,
Okay.
you know? I mean, no pressure.
No, not at all.
Okay.
I gotta go.
Oh, it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
It
Thanks.
really was.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
It's supposed to be about them. Not you.
Exactly. And you saw that.
You gotta help me out now.
Maybe I should. It looks like you need all the help you can get right now.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
I think Dixie may be sick again and trying to cover. Has she mentioned anything to you?
Ted, why don't you just ask her yourself? After everything that happened with her heart before, she knows she's got to be honest with you about her health.
You're right. I'll ask her as soon as I see her. Thanks. All right. I needed to hear that.
Hey, Ted.
How could you go behind my back like that?
She's back in town.
First time in Landview?
Hardly.
To catch up with old friends.
I have somewhere so important to go.
Where would that be?
I don't really have to tell you that.
And take care of unfinished business.
I bet I'm the last person on Earth you expected to see in Landview.
One Life to Live, your great summer escape, ABC Daytime.
How could you do that? How could you just go and tell him that I'm pregnant? I was gonna tell him myself.
But you didn't. Obviously, he still doesn't know.
What do you mean he doesn't know? You didn't
No.
You didn't just tell him?
No, I didn't. Dixie, you can't keep this a secret from him much longer.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell him, I promise. I was gonna tell him last night, but I walked in and he was asleep on the couch. What was I gonna do? I'm gonna tell him today. I'm just waiting for the right time, for the right place.
Clock is ticking. We need to know how far along you are so you know what to do. Just tell the man.
Tell me what?
Hello, ladies. How are you?
Oh, Adrian.
Mrs. Hightower, how are you? It's a pleasure to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
You know, I thought I recognized those lovely gray eyes of yours.
Oh.
And Mrs. Bishop, it's
Hi,
always a
Adrian.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Wasn't that art auction last week just cutthroat?
Oh, something else. I couldn't believe it.
I want to compliment you on your new acquisition of that Frank Lloyd Wright drawing.
Thank you.
Look at that man working those ladies.
They are laughing it up and begging for seconds.
Thank you.
You know, I must be honest, ladies, you're all so lovely. I'm not sure that Pine Valley can handle much beauty.
This was a brilliant plan.
Yeah. Is it just me, or does my son have charm to burn?
Oh, yes, he's charming, okay. But behind that smile is a will of iron, and he is not going to rest until he sees Palmer completely destroyed. Oh, I hope Erica does agree to see me, but maybe in your company it will give me the proper opening.
Well, you see, Erica's mistake is listening to all of that nonsense that Opal has to say. I really am not swayed by any other person's opinion, really, but I only respect. You're no saint. And also, you're not a stranger to controversy. Well, I mean, you mustn't look so alarmed. I'm no saint either. But you've said yourself that we are very comfortable with each other, and well, I think we ought to just enjoy our similarities and the champagne.
Now, there's bound to be some swelling. Regardless of how successful the surgery. So don't be alarmed. It's a little red and puffy. That's normal. We'll diminish quickly. All right. Let's take a look.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next All My Children.
On the next All My Children.
Your agenda has been changed. Do not attempt to interfere.
Maybe I could be an employee at the Glamorama for maybe an hour and a half or so.
May I have him here?
You're pregnant?
Catch up with everything at ABC Daytime. Read the Daily Scoop at abc.com.